जय जय। जय जय। Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, sure. So here we come once again. We've met again, and
Yeah, sure. Here we come once
I
again.
was trying
Can you
to
hear me? We've met again.
I was trying to play some of the DSC videos that we have, but I'm not able to work around it. So I just have to stop. Yeah, so we'll be going live shortly. Hello, Jet.
Hi.
Yeah, sure. It seems there is much background noise at your end. Wow, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, so we are going to do this. We are going to do this. I was trying to alert some few people to get on board. So the message I sent, so I'm trying to resend the messages again and get some people on board. Um, so let me resend the message just once more. Forward. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Um, we would like to welcome you all. It's a privilege we have you guys joining us for this special event. I'm with my colleague. Um, Jet, are you on? Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, sure. Also. Okay, so I'm with my colleague Jet, who is from Nigeria. I'm from Ghana. We are trying to give you this special event on Firebase. We will be learning a lot, and I hope you are going to participate very well. And the video will be on YouTube. Will be on YouTube. So in case you miss or in case you missed something, just relax, watch the video, understand. Then after the event, you can go back and go and rewatch the video again. You are going to really going to enjoy this. We are going to learn some of the basics of Firebase. We are going to create interactive web applications. You will also learn how to build an event. So actually, you are going to build an event app, RSVP app, okay, a chat app. On we are going to build. Then we connect it. We load it on Firebase as well with some Firebase products as well. Then we will also learn to authenticate users with Firebase authentication and Firebase UI. We will also sync data using Cloud Firestore. We write Firebase security rules to secure a database. Then also we deploy the web. That's the final thing we are going to do. So the final thing we are going to do is to deploy the web application that we've worked on Firebase. So my colleague Jets is here. He will be introducing himself as well. So to start with, I'm Shadrach Enusa, and I'm the DSC DUC lead in Ghana. I've been a DSC lead since 2019, and I'll be ending it this year. So to do that, we are trying to give you something special that you guys are really going to enjoy. And I think it's awesome. Yes, this program is going to be awesome. You are really going to enjoy this event. Yes. So Jet, you can take it out from here. Yeah, sure. You can introduce yourself. Let's hear from you.
Hello, everyone. I am Emmanuel Joseph, also known as Jet. I am DS lead, which is Developers Line Club lead for Ekiti State University. And as Shadrach said earlier, I've been a DSA lead for the past 1 year or so. That's 2019. And in this video, this session, I would be introducing also to what Shadrach has said. We'll be building a web app and we'll be deploying it on Firebase, and then doing a lot of other amazing stuff. To get started, I'm going to share my screen.
Sure.
Let's see.
Awesome. So let me just stop. Awesome. So yes, you can have full access.
All right, cool. Let's see. All right. Okay, great. So can we see my screen?
Sure.
Okay, great. So we'll be using this tutorial, which is on codelabs.developers.google.com. The tutorials get to know Firebase for web. And at the long run, we'll be building this type of website where we'll be adding our own tests, editing our own images, location, and other awesome stuff. So to get started, all you need is establish. You don't need to necessarily have an account. Just have a good internet access, a test editor of your choice, and a Google account you would want to use to deploy um, on Firebase. Cool. So if you need the link to this, you can always get it through here, which is codelabs.developers.google.com/codelabs/Firebase get to know web. Okay, so let's get started. And as you can see, what you will learn, you see authenticating users using Firebase authentication and Firebase UI, syncing data using Cloud Firestore, writes Firebase security rules to secure a database, and then we'll finally be deploying the web app on Firebase hosting, which is for free. And what you need, a browser, access to Starbucks, a Google account, and a CodeLab sample code, which this is available for you. So let's get started. Okay, cool. So get started with code. In this code lab, you build using Starbucks. So all you need to do is to go to this URL. So I'm going to open this here, and let me reshare my screen to actually, so I can switch among screens. Okay, so let's just share the entire window. Okay, perfect. So now I can switch among screens. Okay, yeah, cool. So this is the code sample provided to you using Starbucks.com. So what you want to do here is to actually click on this place, and then at the top of the Starbucks page, click on fork. So this is the fork link. So we're going to be clicking this. Okay, cool. I guess great. Now we have our link and also our code sample. So I'm going to copy this, cut it, and let me try to paste it in the chat if we can all see it. Okay. I don't know if we got the messages. I sent the link on the chat now. So now we've done this, let's move to the next thing. You now have copied the starting code, and your account is called anonymous for now until you log in using your GitHub account and your Google account. So let's just click next. So the starting material of this code lab provide you some structure of the web app, which was what we forked on Start Bit earlier, and a couple of HTML container for the app. Later in this code lab, we will hook these containers up with Firebase. So in the start open the index.html file, locate the event details container and description details, and try editing some event details. So we want to actually change some information there on our own app now. So let us locate the index.html page, which is here, and we have this. So today's date is June 3rd. So let's change this to June 12. And as you can see, immediately we change our preview here also shows these changes. So let's change this to let's say Firebase Study Jam, and change this location to Ghana, and cool. Now we've changed some information on this page. What we'll be doing, just let's leave this for now, and hope Shedrack gives us our pizza. Cool. So let's move to the next thing. Great. Now we have our own app sample, which is like this, and the link is here. Just let me open this on the new page, so it becomes much more better. Cool. That's loading. Just know what will load here is exactly what is here. So let's move to the next thing. Let's click next here. So we want to sign into Firebase, want to add a project, and we want to name the project, then do some other things. So let's follow this step by step. The first thing is for us to go to sign in using this link, which is console.firebase.google.com. So I have an account on Firebase initially, and once you go through this place, you'll be able to see this immediately. And for what we're about to create, I actually have my own code sample, which let me try to show us that. That should be here. Just started there. Okay, I will going to cancel this so I get the main page. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That's my internet, but let me just try to open this here so we can start creating a new project while this is loading. I'm trying to refresh here. Okay, so let's add a new project. You want to click on this and let's name this project Firebase Study Jam BUC PKU. Okay, cool. Now note, this is our project name, and if you check this, this is our project name, right? This is our project ID. This FSJ-DUC-XO would also be our domain when we host it on Firebase, which would be on fsj-duc-xo.web.app or fsj-duc-xo.firebaseapp.com. So we would want to click continue here. And this is to enable Google Analytics on your Firebase project. You can either choose to toggle it on here or toggle it off. For the course of this tutorial, I guess I'm going to do this. I'm going to off it, then click on create project. So our project is creating now, and yeah, so we have this already. I'm going to click on this, and it should show what I did. So this is my own personal web app. By following this same tutorial, I was able to build this, and trust me, it's amazing. So let's just cancel this now, and also close this as well. Then this. So your new project is ready. We want to click continue. Then let's see what we have to do next. So click continue, skip settings for analytics because we won't be using analytics for this app. So to learn more about Firebase project, we want to click on this link. And so let's just move to the next thing. So the next thing we want to do now is to enable Firebase authentication, sign in using email. And that can easily be seen here. So when you're in your project, you see this menu bar, you can do a lot of things with it. So we would want to go to authentication. And first thing we want to do is to pick a sign-in method. As you can see, for the course of this tutorial, we'll be making use of the email and password. So we would want to enable this and click save. Now we have that enabled. Cool. So if we go back here now, we can see our users when they use our authentication system. So we've done this, and then the next thing we want to do now is to enable our cloud Firestore. And to do that, just as I said earlier, we'll go back to this place and pick database. Okay, so we want to create a cloud Firestore database on test mode, and then pick a location, and we should be done with step 4. As you can see right here, we have our steps numbered just 1 to 12, and we'll be building an amazing app, which is really awesome. So let's come here now. This is Cloud Firestore, which is what we want. We'll click this, and we want it in test mode. And we want to say next. Just let us use US Central, and let's click done. So in case you need the links to the course video, you can always get it here. This is the course link, and this is the image link we'll be using later. So you can always screenshot this screen for the links. So great. Let's move to the next thing. This is loading. So while that is loading, let's click on next here. And the next thing we want to do now is to add and configure Firebase, which is nice. So we want to add Firebase library, and then we want to add a Firebase web app to the project we created. So okay, let's follow it step by step. For the first thing we want to do right now is to add a Firebase web app to the project. Okay, great. Now our database is ready. As you see, your database is ready to go. Just add data. So we want to something. So let's just go back to project overview first. And as you can see, there's this button that says add app. Now that add app is the same thing as this place. As you can see, add app to get started. So we want to add a web app, which this is it. And we'll be clicking here. Let's give a app nickname BUC PSU. Also allow Firebase hosting. Okay, cool. As I said earlier, I said our project ID, which is this FSJ-DUC-XO, would also be our web app URL, right? So this is it. Just let's click on register app. Okay, cool. Now we are told this is the Firebase config files, which was mentioned here, the Firebase libraries here. Let's skip this for now. Just let us put in mind that our Firebase version is 7.14.6. Okay, so we're going to click on next. For the purpose of this tutorial, we won't need this for now. So let's click on next. And also, we won't be needing this. So let's continue. So as you can see, we've done this step. Then the next thing we want to do now is to get this Firebase config variable, and we can always get that on our Firebase project as well. So we have this one app. We're going to enter the settings and then scroll down. So we have this. So if you want, for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll be making use of this config, but other when you get to learn about Firebase more, you will learn how to use this automatic SDK snippets and this CDN as well. So we want to copy this. So I'll just click on copy here, and now we have this. So now after the Firebase configuration object, add the Firebase configuration object to your app. So we're going back to Starblix now. We're going to the index.html, and we want to locate this comment that said add Firebase project configuration object here. Then we would want to initialize the app, right? So as you can see, we got our configuration file exactly the same way we were told to get it here. So let's go to index.html now, which is here. We want to locate this, and we want to look for the comment that said this, which is here. So the first thing I'll do is to uncomment this, great, and paste what we copied the other time there. So constant Firebase config, and then we have this. Great. So this is our API key, this is our alt domain, this is our database URL. As I said earlier, these are projects ID, and these are storage bucket. Don't worry, you don't have to memorize this. All you need to do is go to your Firebase project and copy this Firebase config file. So we've done this step now, and we want to move to the next step. So let's click on next. So now we want to add a user's sign in, which is the same thing as RSVP. So since we have this, okay, I don't know why this is loading. Okay, I guess due to this. Okay, let's move to next thing now. So we want to go to our Starblix again at the index.html file. Notice that the Firebase URL configuration is already provided. At the bottom of the index.html, add the Firebase UI initialization statement like so. So we want to add this. Copy this, initialize the Firebase UI object using Firebase, and then we would want to go here and paste it at the bottom of our index.js. It's here. And as you can see, we actually have a comment that actually has this same thing. So since we have that, just let me uncomment this or remove that and move to the next step. So next, add the RSVP button to the index.html. So we want to go to this file and locate this container. So inside that container, we want to add this RSVP button. So I'm going to copy this, and we would also be adding this container as well, Firebase UI auth container. So let me copy this first. Go here, locate our index page. This should be it. This is our event container, and under all this, I would paste this. Great. Now we have this button, right? And oh, we also have this Firebase Spot container already, which is here. We have that, so we're good to go. And our app should look like this now, which does. So the first thing I want to do now is I want to change this image we have here and add our own image. So for that, I'm going to copy the image link, and I'm going to come here and replace this source. Oh, great. We have this now. Okay, let's see if this is working now. Okay, not still working. It's fine. Okay, so let's move to the next step. So the next thing we want to do is to set up a listener on the RSVP button we created the other time, and just to show our Firebase UI to sign in and to register. So we would want to copy this and paste it at the bottom of our index.js file again. So okay, cool. So let's go there. We have this here. I want to paste this here. All right, great. So what I want to do now is I would want us to save. Now we've saved, and let's click on RSVP now. Now that we've clicked on RSVP, you know what? Let me just open in a new window and hope it goes. Okay, it's still not going. Okay, I guess we'll still have to make it over here. Maybe that's my internet. So as you can see, we have this dialog opening now that is saying we should sign in with our email. So just let me go to my email. Okay, let's pick this and click on next. So because this is the first time I'm actually signing into this web app, it's asking me for my first name, and then I choose a password. So just let me put this. Okay. This and password. Let's make use of the suggest password. Great. So let's click on save now. And as you can see, I'm logged in, but because we've not added anything to show we're logged in or stuff, is the reason why we still have it this way. But let's go to our Firebase project to confirm this authentication. So we want to go to this authentication tab. I'm going to scroll up, and as you can see, I have this now. I have this user with this identifier, which was my email, and this is the user UID. Don't worry, you don't need all this for now. This is just so we know that our authentication system is working perfectly well, and anybody can sign into the system now using his or her email address. So don't worry, we'll get this working soon. Once we connect our Firebase to it, everything will be working, and everybody can actually test this web app. So we want to move to the next thing now, and this says test sign in to the app in the established window. The result button which we've done. You will see an operation like this. Check if it's enabled. Now, if this happens, that means you've not. If you see something like alt operation not allowed, that means you've not done the you've not enabled the sign-in method just as we did here. So cool. Now we have this. We have this UI now, and we also have a user inside our project. We would want to move to the next thing. So the next thing we want to do now is to add authentication states to the UI. So in the Starbucks file again, go to the index.js file, add the following code at the bottom. So this As I said earlier, if you check here, you know we're logged in now, but it's not showing anything on the UI that someone is actually logged in. So we want to change this RSVP button now to show logout if a user is logged in. So we would want to copy this code, and then we would want to paste it at the bottom of our index.js file. Great. Cool. Now we have this, and as you can see, this is showing logout now because I'm signed in, and that's the reason why it's showing logout. If one is not logged in, it will show RSVP, which is really cool. So let's move to the next thing. Okay, cool. So in the button listener, check whether the current user is logged in, then logged out. So we want to add this following code to the to when a user clicks RSVP. All right. So let me copy this. Okay. Move here. Paste this here. Okay. So now this event listener is actually listening for this button click. So when a user click, if the current user is signed in, it should log out. Else, it should start the sign in method. So let's test that. Now we are logged in. Let's click log out. Now we are logged out, right? Cool. So as we are logged out, it's telling us, okay, do you want to sign in? And so let me just use this now. Next. That should be our password. I'm back, and as you can see, we are logged in again. So let's move to the next thing. Okay, we have this now, and you can move to the next step, which is step 7. So cool. This is the amazing part. Now we want to add Firebase Cloud Firestore technology into it. So this Firestore is a database. The database that it has it's split into collections, documents, fields, and sub collections. So using what is on the screen right now, this guest book is called the collection. This guest book is called the direction collection. Why message 1 is called the document. Message 2 is also a document under guest book, and we have message 3 also a document. Why these are fields inside the document. So let's see. Okay, so add messages to Firestore. In this section, you'll be adding functionalities for users to write new messages to the database. Now, this simply means when a user is signed in, the user should be able to send messages to the database, and it's amazing. So we want to locate our index.html file and look for the guestbook container and add the following code. So let me copy this. I'm just copying everything here, and then move here. I want to locate the guestbook container, which is here. And since I've copied everything alongside this, cool. Now we have this, which is leave a message. So when a user enters anything here, we want the messages to save in the database. So our app preview now should be exactly like this, which it is. Then what we want to do now is to add the functionalities to do that. So we want to locate our index.js file, and at the bottom of the code, we want to add this following. So this is actually listening to a form, on the submit click of that form, then it's adding documents, or yeah, documents to the collection. So if you can see with this code snippet here, this is the form, which is getting the list now of submit. Then if you can see, we are calling the Firebase package. Then we need the Firestore, and then we want to add the document into a collection called guestbook. Now, you can either choose to rename this collection or leave it as it is. So I'm going to do the both. So I'm just copy everything here and locate. You want this. You want to go to the bottom of our JS file and add this. So as of now, if I add anything to the database, it's going to go into this guest book. So let's try adding something. So let's leave a message. Let's say, hi everyone. And let's say send message. Okay, cool. As you can see, the message is gone, which means the form was submitted. So let's look for it here. We're going to go to our database here. And, let's see. Great. Now we have a collection called guestbook, right? And we have a document called which gave a random number, and then we have inside the document we have these fields where the name is the user's name, and the text is "I everyone," which was what we input the other time, and the timestamp is this, and this user ID is this. Now, let me explain this. If you see our index.js file, we have we are collecting this text, which is the input.value of our form. That input of value of our form is anything we input inside this our form of leave message. So anything we add here is the input value. Anything we put here is the input value, and then the name is getting that automatically depending on the current user. So it's checking the Firebase package and it's looking for the current user, and then it's getting the display name, which is the name you use when you sign in. So the Firebase UI is also getting the UID of the current user. So just for the purpose of confirmation, as you can see, we have this user ID as 7ls7z. So let's go to this authentication and see. Just to make the user unique, you have a user UID for every user, and as you can see, this user ID is the same thing when it was on our database, 7ls7z0. So that is amazing. Now let's optimize our form better and we'll kind of add securities. But before that, let me edit our index.js file now, and instead of this guest book, I want to change that. Now, as I said earlier, I said this collection is adding a guest book and is giving a random number here. Now, if you want to actually edit that and make it much more unique, of getting, okay, let me make this table for a specific user. Let's say this document should be for a particular user alone, in which you don't want it to create random variables for each messages. You can actually use another parameter called set. Then give the parameter, you can give the parameter a name of, okay, it should be Emmanuel Joseph, which is the display name, something like this, or use something else. But to do that, for the purpose of this tutorial, we won't be doing that, but you can always do that using the Firebase documentation. Let me try to get that. That should be Firebase. Let's start from here. Should be somewhere. The link should be somewhere here. Okay, go to docs. Yes. Okay. Everything you need about Firebase to learn Firebase more is on that documentation. So while that is loading, okay, I guess it's get the we want to get started for web. Okay, cool. Where I was talking about is Cloud Firestore, and it is adding and managing data. Okay, cool. So as I said earlier, you can use the set method to actually give a document a particular name. So if you check what we use there, we only use the add method now to actually add a document to the collection of guestbook. So it creates random numbers. But when you use when you use the set method now, you'll be able to specify the document name you want to add that document to. So okay, as you can see, we have document LA set. Okay, just let us use this. Just let us use this. I will change it later on. Okay, so I would want to change this. So now instead of this LA, I want to change that to, okay, I guess I will copy it. I'll need all this and add that there. Okay, cool. Now we have this. When we write something to the database now, our hope is for it to enter a document with the name of Emmanuel Joseph. So let's see. Let's write agent. Click send. Okay, now let's check out. Cool. As you can see, our database now, we have this collection of guestbook as well. And inside that collection, we have a document called Emmanuel Joseph now. Now, that Emmanuel Joseph is not more a random variable like this. And you can see the fields inside the document, which is our name, which is still the same username. And we have the text as agent, and we have the timestamp as this. Now, the disadvantage of this is if you want to have a user being able to write as much as possible to the database, you won't want to use this system. Sorry. You want to use this system because if you try to, let's try to add something else now. Let's say new message and click on send. If we check back our Firebase Firestore, we'll see that it's not keeping the record of the previous one, which means it's updating that record. Now, the main purpose was not supposed to update the record. It was supposed to add another document to the collection. But because you have this document already installed, that is why it is not showing. That's why it's replacing the text in the document. So if you want something that would work better, to maybe get messages of a particular user, that means you have to create a collection for that user because a collection can have as much as possible documents. So you can actually do that easily by changing this one, changing the collection now to the username, and then using the add method instead of the set method. So this will always add random, it will create a random document name for each document. So if we input, let's say new collection. So now if we input a new message, it would add to a new collection called Emmanuel Joseph. Let's see. Well, I guess let's see our code. If everything is right, document, yes, yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me try to reload this place. It should have a new document called Emmanuel Joseph, and then have a document inside that Emmanuel Joseph. Oh, great. Now we have this collection called Emmanuel Joseph, and we can always have as much as possible messages from Emmanuel Joseph. So let me just try to add another stuff. Let me see. New collection message from Jeff, and let's see same. Now we have this first one as this new collection message, and we have the second document as this, which is going to be new collection message from Jet, which I think this is better now. So you can always maybe edit this to fit your own specs. So let's move to the next thing because of time. Okay, so now we want to be able to show this guest book only to signed in users, which means we want to be able to show this leave a message just for signed in users. So let's log out. As you can see now, someone can still leave a message, which is not good because on our form now, we're actually supposed to get the current user's name and save as a collection. So that is not good. So to do that, we want to go to the index.js file, edit the onstate change listener and add show guestbook container. So I'm just going to copy all this. Then I want to edit this onstate container, onstate changed. So that would be, yeah, that is it. So I'm just going to copy everything and paste this here. Great. Nice. So now that the app says no one is logged in, is hiding the guestbook container, which is amazing. So let's move to the next thing. Okay, so I've explained all this. Come to the next thing. So next, read messages. Now we want to read messages that has been added to the container. So to do that, we have this guestbook, which means we would want to change this collection back to guestbook so we can read the documents from guestbook. Okay, great. And then so the first thing we want to do now is to in the guestbook container we want to add a new section with an ID of guestbook. We want to have this, and that will be after the form. So index.html after the form, which is here, we want to have this. At the moment, that's not going to do anything because we've not done anything about the functions. Then at the bottom of the index.js file, we want to add this code snippet. So I'm going to copy all this and duplicate here, and at the bottom, add this. Now let me explain this code snippet before moving on. Now, what we want to do now is actually to get everything on our database with this collection of guestbook, and this time around we want to order it by timestamp. Now, if you notice when we're creating this guestbook with documents in it, we have timestamp on the document. This timestamp is to get the present time the person actually logged into the system or sends a message. So let's see. So we want to change that and get everything inside that guestbook container now. So we have this now, and then let's see next thing. Okay, I guess our messages should show you already. So let me click save first. I have this here. Okay, cool. And inside this, we have a snapshot, reset page for this. Hmm. Okay, let's try to reload this. Okay, let's sign in first to see what is wrong. Password is this. This is sign in. Okay, yeah, cool. Now this just users can actually see the messages. The signed in users can see the messages. That's why it was not showing anything the other time. So let's move to the next thing. We have all this. Okay, now we want to edit our security and add some rules to our database. So okay, what we want to do is now to go to this place and we want to enter rules. So initially we have this Firebase Firestore is on test mode, which means everybody can write to it. But we want to change that and not make that everybody. So okay, cool. We have this. So we want to add the rules there. So inside this place, okay, just let me copy all this to avoid problems later. Or better still, let me just copy this. Document match the page. So I will go okay. Use this here. We're gonna want to remove this like this. Okay, cool. And okay, now we want to edit something else instead of having just this rule. We want to have a whole lot of other rules inside. So to get all this, just to make sure everything is okay, I'm gonna copy everything here again. Paste that here. Better. Right, cool. So now let's reset the listener. Let's first save this, publish. Okay, cool. So we want to create a new function now in our index.js file to check if a user is fit to actually do some things before doing it. So okay, let me copy all this and now let me paste it here so I can explain better. Now, as you can see, this Firebase Firestore, everything here is the same thing. Everything here is the same thing as here, but this time around is wrapped around a function called subscribe guestbook, and it's actually having a variable called guestbook listener. So I'm just gonna remove all this now, then move on to the next thing. So So add a new function underneath called this unsubscribe guestbook, whether guestbook listener label is not null. So I'm going to copy this now. Paste that here as well. So this is the one that is subscribing. And this is the one that's unsubscribing. So next. Finally. Okay, now we want to add another thing to the unstaging function. So just to avoid any mistake, we'll copy all this again and paste that, yeah, which is here. I'll paste that here. Cool. Cool. All right. Great. So we're going to move. We have all this. We have our security written well now, and now let's deploy. So the first thing we want to do is to sign in using GitHub, and then after signing in, we want to sign in using Google as well, so we can deploy our Firebase project, and everyone can now have access to it. As you can see, when we're creating the Firebase app the other time, I explained that your project ID is going to be your web domain. So let's go here. After saving this, let me sign in to GitHub now. Okay, cool. I'm signed in. And then the next thing is Firebase, so I'm signing to Google. All right. So that I'm going to allow this. And cool. So great. Everything is working well now. Just let me minimize this. So now I would want to pick a Firebase project, and I guess our project is this. Great. So what we want to do now is to actually deploy this to Firebase. So this Starbase helps you deploy easily to Firebase in just a click. So when we click in this, it's doing all this for us, and oh great. So success, open site live. Oh, now we have our site live and everybody can view it. So our site, I'm just going to use the other web. Go and this. Yes. So FSJ DSU dash xo.web.app is our site link. So as you can see now, a user that is not signed in doesn't have access to anything. So just let me click on sign in now. I'm just going to say test@gmail.com. I'm going to say next year because this is the first time. So that's the test user. And let's see. That's one. Let's do that. Get started run. Okay. Click on save. Okay, just let me click on over there. Now, because I'm signed in, I have access to read other people's messages. And if we check our Firebase project now, we check the authentication. We should have two users. We have the test@gmail.com now, and we have this initial user we used the other time. So let me try to add a message now from this new user. Hey, new year. So send. You can see it's getting the messages in real time. Immediately this user sends it, everyone has access to view it. So test user is saying, hey, I'm new here. And if we check our collection now, our database collection, inside guestbook, we have the messages of A and New Year. Okay, this should be it. Good. Name test user A and New Year, and this is the timestamp. Okay, cool. Let's just do the bonus step as well. We are done with the code lab. So just let's see this bonus step. So in the stabilix file, look for the guestbook container, add the set of yes and no. Okay. Okay, I want to copy this. Okay, I guess I have to copy it to this. Want to locate the guestbook container. That would be after discussion. Like this here. Yeah, yes, I want to change this H2 to H3. Yes. Wait, so are you attending yes or no? Okay. Great, we have this. So now we want to have these two functions, and so I'm going to copy everything here for the RSVP yes, and click side here. At the bottom, I want to add it here, and also get this. I want to add that here. Okay, cool. Now, are you attending? If you click on yes, no, yes, no. So, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we would want to add rows to it also. That means we'll be creating a collection of attendees, and inside our attendees, we want to be able to get a total number of attendees. So, I'll be copying everything here, and we'll be updating our security rule, which is here. And I want to add that here. So publish. Okay, cool. So in the description container, add a new element called number of attendees. So we want to be able to get total number of attendees that would be in our event. So index.html now. I want to get the description container. Under here, I want to add this. Okay. Then the next thing I want to do is to register the events listener, and I want to get the amount of yes and the amount of no. So at the bottom of the file, I want to add this following code, which means we are creating another collection called attendees. So bottom, this, then finally let's highlight the button corresponding to the current state. Check where the current authentication UID, which is the user UID, has entered in the attendees collection. So we want to have this. This is the subscribe, which means we'll be creating an unsubscribe as well. Which is this. when the user is logged out, and then we will be changing our on-stage change as well. So let me add this first. Then let's change this. That should be at the top, and it is okay. Yeah, I've seen it. Oh, sorry about that. Yep, this is it. Great. I want to be able to get the total number of users that are actually attending now, and the total number of people that are going. So we have this. So at the moment, no user has clicked he or she is going. So we have 0 people going. So if I click on yes now, we have 1 people going. If I click on no, I have 0 people going. So anyone, anywhere in the world can actually check through our site now and actually view it through fsj-duc-x2.web.app. So the first thing I want to do is first save this and then we deploy to Firebase. So the new version can be available on Firebase. And with this, we're done with the course. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you would start using Firebase immediately, because trust me, Firebase is really amazing. It's really awesome. Because I'm signed in, I can see 0 people going. So if I click on yes now and I click on yes as well here, you will see 2 people going. So if any other person would just goes through this URL, signs in, and then click on yes, you'll see 3 people going. If he leaves a message, you'll see the messages here. And the beautiful thing about Firebase is it's not leaking the user's password. As you can see, when we input our password, even on our authentication on the list of our users, we don't have anything like password. All we have at the admin end is just the user UID, which is unique to each users. Then we have the identifier, and then we have this provider. And because we're using email and just email and password alone is why we have this. If you have something like Google, signing in with Google or GitHub or the rest, then you would have this provider showing you the icons. And you can actually also use this phone authentication, which is really amazing as well. So Firebase is cool, and you can do a lot of other things on it. A whole lot of other things. You have this analytics board, you have the draw, which is really amazing. So test out Firebase, and I hope you enjoy the code lab. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. So I'm going to send the link. Just let me stop
Sure,
sharing.
sure. Send me the link.
I'm going to send the
So
link to
yeah, send me the link. Let me also try it here.
okay. And I'm sorry about the noise.
So if that's the link,
That's the link to the this worked better.
sure, awesome. Okay.
And the link to the course itself is, I believe you have that.
Okay, so this is the link, guys. So you can try the app. We have the link there. You can try the app as well and see how it works. This is awesome. You know, joining DSC, you do this lot of great stuff. Yeah, you learn a whole lot. I'm coming. Let me get something. Let me see if someone has accessed the link yet. I'm trying to also access it here. Um, see. This also. I'm accessing the link. I want to see how it look like. So uh, viewers can also have a look at it. Okay, awesome. So I've accessed the link. Let me see if I can show. I can share my screen here. Okay. So share screen. Awesome. So this is cool, guys. This is not difficult. You can all have a look at it and also try your hands on it. You have the video. The video is going to be here forever. You have the video, so you can try your hands on this. This is so awesome. You can try your hands on something like this. Build something like this for yourself and post it on Firebase. Watch the video, follow the process, then you can host it on Firebase. We've posted a lot of stuff on Firebase. We have this particular website you are seeing is being hosted on Firebase as well. Let me see if yep, awesome. So this website you are seeing is our chapter website which we use DSC leads use in Africa, SSE. This is the website you are using, and it's hosted on Firebase. So Firebase is actually awesome. It is very secure. Trust me, you will love using Firebase. My personal website myself is hosted on Firebase, and I met Ima. During the event, we actually started talking before we even met at the DSC SSE summit, and trust me, he's a good friend. We have a whole lot of packages together. We sat on the same table. We had fun. It's nice meeting him once again, and I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with what we've learned right now. I want you guys to try your hands on it, and you are going to love it. This is so interesting. So I've shared it on the screen. Try your hands on it. Um, do more stuff with it. Don't give up. We are here to give you more. Even when we become mentors after our DAC, we are still here. We'll be giving you more stuff. We'll be mentoring most of you guys. If you have any issue, just reach out to us as well. We are here to help you. That's what DSC is meant for. So thank you very much once again. Thank all of you for joining us once again. It's really a great privilege having you guys all here. We appreciate those who would like to watch it later too. We know some would like to watch it later. We really appreciate um, those who will even watch it later. We appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. And if anything, just reach out to us. You can drop your handle. You can drop your handle, because some would like to reach us. You can drop your handle. Let me just push it here. Also, yes, sure. So I'm dropping the handles right now for you guys to reach us on. You can reach me on Twitter. let me copy the link for you straight away, so you can just get it straight without stressing. My Twitter. Okay, so awesome. So so this is my Twitter handle. Okay. Then this Jet Twitter handle. This is for Jet. Let me make it easy for you guys to be able to view it. So twitter.com. Okay, and this Jet handle also loading. Sure, awesome. So, guys, you can reach us out in case of anything. You can just reach us out. We are here to help. We are here to give you everything you need. We are here to share resources with you to learn. Just let us know whatever you need and reach us out. We are here to help you out. So that's my Twitter handle on the screen. You can follow me up on Twitter. You can chat with me on Twitter. I'll be there for you. I'll reply you when you chat me. And that's Jet Twitter handle as well. So guys, thank you very much. And thank you, Jet, for passing through. It's been a great privilege. We would like to have another event, which is going to be on the, Jet, you were talking about another event that we'll be having. Which one was that? If you can
Okay.
talk about it.
All right. I'm just going to give you an overview about it. I'm Joseph Jet again, and I'm a software and a blockchain developer, majorly focusing on identity blockchain, and we are hoping to extend learning blockchain technology to whoever is interested at Ghana through Shadi. And you can actually always check out what we've done so far in our chapter here at. I'm going to send the link to Shadi, and it's going to send it to everyone. So you can learn more about um, what the community is and what you have to, what we have to offer you. So till then.
Sure, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Jet. So there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. What Jet was talking about is going to be awesome. We will be giving you that event too as well, and we know you guys are going to love it. You can't just miss that particular event as well. We are here to do all this stuff for you free, because Google developer is giving us the resources. The event we are having is being powered by Google developers, because the DSCs are being powered by Google developers. We are going to give you everything we have in power, every resource is given to us to also give it to you back. We are here to give it to you. And anything you want, anything at all you want concerning being a developer or concerning joining a developer community or anything at all you want to ask, just feel free to reach us as we've dropped our account and it's showing on the screen as well. Feel free to join us. We are here to help. So guys, from me and Jet, we would like to say thank you and we would like to be out. Yeah. Thank you very much.